of the Always Believe House, and today we're going to work on your Staar Review 6. Remember, these are graded every week. These are graded every week. Make sure you're doing these. The problems repeat. The quicker you start doing them, the quicker it gets easier. So make sure you're working on these problems. Let me start recording, or this is all for naught. We are recording. A magical whiteboard appears in the office. And let's start working on these. Okay, as y'all notice, I'm doing less and less of these problems. On the first one, let's get the slope and y-intercept, and I'm not going to graph these for you. So on number one, we have a y equal -5 line. The y-axis is up and down, but a y equal line goes through it. It's flat. It has a 0 slope. And I'm just going to draw a line like this. Your y equal -5 line will be flat. A x equal -2x, the x-axis is flat, but an x equal line will be perpendicular. It'll be vertical on it. This will have an undefined slope. Okay, so the slope's undefined. And this line would go straight up and down, right? I'm not going to draw that for you on the right, but it would. The next line would be -3/2 would be your slope. Remember, this is mx plus b, right? And the y-intercept would be 1. I'm going to draw the y-intercept in one dot, and you can finish the rest. So this line would cross the y-axis at 1, and then the slope is -3/2. That means it's going to go down 3, right 2. When you graph a point, you go left or right, then up or down. When you do the slope, you go up or down and to the right. So the slope's -3/2. We're going to go down 3, right 2. So from this dot, count down 3, right 2, and you have another dot. Continue the process, go backwards and connect the dots and graph your line. You should be able to do the top on your own now. Let's go to number 9. On number 9, okay, the first parentheses is just going to drop. There's nothing in front of it. It won't change. On the next parentheses, we're going to distribute a -3, aren't we? We're going to blue bell truck the -3, right? So we're going to multiply. We're going to do sign, number, letter, exponent 3 times. A negative times a positive is a negative. 3 times 2 is 6. My letter is x. My exponent is 2. I just wrote down sign, number, letter, exponent. 6th grade arithmetic. Sign, number, letter, exponent. The next one, a negative times a positive is a negative. 3 times 3 is 9. The letter is x. That is not difficult to do. The next one, 2 negatives make a positive, and 3 times 1 is 3. Now then I'm going to single underline, double underline, and triple underline. Now we're going to go through it, figure it out. Okay, so 2 minus 6. We're going to combine our first terms. You have more 6's, so that negative will drop. And then you're going to do 2 minus 6. You won't add, you'll subtract. 2 away from 6 is 4. The letter is x, the exponent's 2. Sign, number, letter, exponent. Go to the next one. We have 7 and 9, don't we? You have more 9's than 7's, so drop the sign in front of the 9. Now then, the 7's negative and the 9's negative. The signs are the same. You're going to add and keep the number, right? So it's going to be -16, and the letter is x. Sign, number, letter. Let's go to the constants. We have 3 and 2. You have more 3, so drop the plus. Notice I'm writing the sign first. And then 3 plus 2 is 5. This right here would be my answer. -4x squared minus 16x plus 5. Oh. Let's go to number 10. On number 10, we're going to distribute a fraction. So we're going to distribute the 2/5x. And we're going to do sign, number, letter, and maybe exponent here. It's just sign, number, letter, exponent. When you have a fraction, you multiply by the numerator, you divide by the denominator. So right here, if you had a calculator, you would punch 30 times 2 divided by 5. That's what 30 times 2/5 means, which is what you learned in 5th grade when you multiplied a number by a fraction. We're just adding letters and exponents to this. So 30 times 2 is 60, divided by 5 is 12. 12, my letter is x, and x times x is x squared. 3 times 3 is 3 squared, x times x is x squared. You have 2 x's, the exponent's 2. Let's go to the next one. A positive times a negative is a negative. Now then I'm going to do 40 times 2 divided by 5. 40 times 2 is 80, divided by 5 is 16, and my letter is X. This is the answer. Piece of cake, huh? Number 11, I'm going to let you graph this on your own. So you will graph this on your calculator, and then you'll hit Control T, won't you? And then that will give you the table of values. You fill them in. A number that you input that outputs 0 is your 0, which will be your x-intercept, right? You could do that on your own. And the last one I'll help you out with today is number 12. So we want to solve for the g. We want to get the g all by itself. So we got to get rid of the 1/4, the n, and the 6. Get rid of the fraction first, right? The denominator of the fraction is 4. So we're going to put 4 on the left and 4 on the right. This right here is a bluebell truncated. We're going to combine that bluebell trunk and distribute it. So we're going to multiply by 4. That'll give us 4p equals in parentheses g minus 6. Now there's 2 ways to do this, okay? We could distribute the n, but then we would have 2 n's, wouldn't we? So let's go ahead and move that n over. So we're going to divide both sides by n, and that's going to move the n to the left in it. The n's on the right will divide out to 1. So now I have 4p over n equals g minus 6. It's just got a lot easier, didn't it? The last step is to take that 6 and move it across it. So we'll end up with 4p over n plus 6 equals g. Ho, 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 ho. Number 13, just punch that in the calculator. Okay. Make sure you hit the right arrow button when you come to the end of the square root, or it's going to all stay in the square root. Then on 14, you should be able to do 14 on your own. I will come back tomorrow and help you with some more. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful day today. I hope you enjoy it. Remember, you are amazing. You are created to do wonderful things, and you are awesome.